What's up guys? Welcome back to Life with LAINEBUT. I'm not gonna lie to you, I filmed this video once already and it was too formal and too stuffy, I guess, and I didn't like it, so we're doing it again. Since this video kind of covers a more controversial topic, we're just gonna start out with a little agreement between me and you. I'm going to be honest with you about good and bad experiences this year with body hair and shaving and not shaving, and I'm gonna be honest about where I've fallen short and stuff like that. You are going to come into this with an open mind and listen to what I have to say and question your views and stuff, okay? Also, I wanted to say this video is serious and I think it's an important topic to talk about, but this isn't supposed to be dramatic or emotional. I'm not gonna cry in this video, so like if that's what you're expecting, just keep that open mind. But with that, let's get into it. So in 2019, at the end, I just realized I had not been living the way I wanted to live, and there were a lot of things about my lifestyle and my choices that just frustrated me and did not align with my values. I decided to make a lot of changes in 2020 and also throughout the year. A lot of those changes, like the main themes were sustainable living, how I shop for clothes, how I eat, my relationships with others, and then obviously what this video is about is deciding not to remove my body hair anymore. On December 31st, like you saw, I waxed everything off and I haven't removed it since. By the way, when I say body hair in this video, I mean armpit and leg hair. This whole thing was about like people's perception of me and how I felt others were viewing me, and I wanted to stop caring about that so much. So that's what I mean when I say body hair. Obviously this decision doesn't hurt me and it doesn't hurt anyone else, so I'm not going to defend it per se, but it is kind of a controversial topic, and I mean this isn't something that like half of women do. It's something I think that a very small percentage of women do. So I'm going to explain to you my like rationales, why I think it's okay and why I decided to do it. First and foremost, as you guys know, I'm a Christian. I believe that I was made in the image of God and that He knit me together in my mother's womb, fearfully and wonderfully made, all that stuff. But I don't think that He put body hair on our bodies, especially on everyone's bodies, on accident or like to be removed every few days. I'm also a feminist, as you guys know, and I believe that women should choose what they do with their bodies and choose it for themselves, not, you know, to impress men or other people or live up to society's standard, right? Especially with something so trivial and like inconsequential as removing or not removing your body hair. That should be up to you, right? I also don't really think that we have necessarily like a responsibility to other people to be attractive. I did read this book, actually it's right there. I read this book this year for my human sexuality class called The Normal Bar, and I really enjoyed it, but I was rubbed the wrong way with the section on like how marriages fail or like long-term relationships fail because the other person stops making an effort to be attractive. I've never been in a super long-term relationship. I'm obviously not married. I don't know. I do think that we have a responsibility to others to be clean and smell good and wear clean clothes and be presentable, maybe like brushing your hair, but I don't think things like makeup or being in a cute outfit all the time, I don't think stuff like that is like, I don't think that's what makes a good person, you know? A really fun argument that I hear a lot as to why women should shave is because if you don't, it's dirty and smelly and gross. Which, first of all, it's not. I still wash my body. I still exfoliate my skin. I still wear deodorant. So it's not all those things. But also, most men don't shave their body hair, right? I think the idea or the implication that women need to be cleaner than men, or any gender needs to be cleaner than another, really don't agree with that one. If you're interested, you can look at the biology and like see why we have body hair. You can also look at the history of women shaving. Basically, in the 20th century, I think in 1914 maybe, razor companies started marketing to women, telling them they needed to shave their armpits to be more attractive to men. During World War II, there was a nylon shortage. Women couldn't wear stockings as much, so they needed to shave their legs to keep the appearance of smooth legs to be attractive. I get that there's reasons, and we don't have full control over like what we're attracted to or what we think is acceptable, and we have to do a lot of like reworking in our brains. But babies and young children are the only people that are naturally hairless, and if that's all you're attracted to, I'm going to talk about my fears and insecurities and worries coming into this. Again, I'm being totally honest with you guys. These are embarrassing and these are not things that I should care about, but they are things that I care about, or especially did care about in the beginning. My number one thing was how men or boys would perceive me, and if they would not be attracted to me or think I was disgusting or weird if they realized I had body hair. And that's not a good thing, but it is what it is. Number two, other women's perception of me. Like I said, body hair is kind of usually associated with smell or being lazy or dirty or something like that. And if my friends already think those things in their minds, does that mean they're not going to want to sit by me or hang out with me, or like are they going to freak out if our legs touch because I have hair on my legs and they don't? Are they not going to post pictures of me on Instagram because they are thinking Lane's body is gross and I don't want other people to see that. I don't know. The last thing I was worried about was just social media and YouTube. I kind of took also like a break from Instagram this year. I posted a lot less just because likes on pictures are way more important to me than they need to be. I was like, do I just address it right away on YouTube? Like, obviously I make a lot of fashion content where you can see my body. So do I address it, or do I hide it all year and wait for a big reveal? Are people gonna unsubscribe? Are you unsubscribing right now? I don't know. I don't have any control over that. So now, how did I get here? Let's talk about that. I think I sort of started questioning why women shave, why I have to shave, why body hair is I was like, yes, body hair is unattractive, on me at least, but why? All that stuff started in high school, so we're just gonna rewind and look at stuff that happened in high school that pushed me to where I am now. Let's start with the good stuff. I think I did my first no shave in November. It was either my sophomore or junior year of high school. So November was like one of the only times where I could not shave and people wouldn't know, like I wouldn't be in spandex in front of hundreds of people, right? So I took advantage of that and nothing bad happened to me. I did think it was unattractive and I was like, oh, this is gross, but I don't have to shave. That's nice. Also, I always thought that guys were like super repulsed by any level of body hair and they would tell you it was disgusting right away. And there was this guy that I like talked to, dated, whatever in high school. He was never like that. I mean, maybe he would have felt different if I never shaved, but he didn't care as like nearly as much as I thought he would. The bar is on the floor, but it was cool. Bad experiences in high school. I remember I was trying on my prom dress, feeling all confident, right, my senior year, and I'm like giving them the twirl, you know, showing off my dress, and they're like, you need to shave. And I was like, why? And they were like, well, I can see your armpit hair. And I was like, is that bad? If you say something rude about someone's body, I don't know how you can not expect a rude response. But they couldn't really explain themselves. Another thing that just really made me mad at my senior year, there was this teacher that I really, honestly still do really look up to and respect. We were talking about double standards and gender roles, I guess, and stuff in that class, and they were like, well, it's fine if women don't want to do this, like that's a dumb standard to be held to, but it would be different if my wife stopped shaving her legs or something like that. And I was like, what? I did not like that, and that made me mad. So that was a nice catalyst, I guess. Okay, so this was probably the biggest thing that pushed me to where I am now. I met this girl my freshman year of college at Welcome Week, and I noticed immediately that she didn't shave. I'm sure I thought something rude in my head, but I like corrected myself, and I was like, this is something that I like and agree with. I found a post about it on her Instagram, and then I talked to her about it. We're going to talk about why this is bad, but I really respected her confidence at the time, and I just could not imagine going to a new school, meeting all these new people for the first time, somewhere that you're going to be for 4 years, having this thing about you that lots of people think is bad or gross or you're unclean for, right? So anyway, seeing someone that was so confident and so outgoing and so, like just all these things I wanted to be, also so pretty and cool, I was like, she can be all those things and not shave, maybe I can too. November of my freshman year, I did no shave November. I was tired of shaving. I knew that I did it because boys thought it was cute, right? If you took men or being attractive out of the equation, I don't know which I prefer, but I knew that's why I was doing it at that point. So I did no shave November, then I did no shave December, and at some point in December I was like, what if I did this for a whole year? And so I did. This is where 2020 really did not help me out. My original vision for this video, every month at the end of the month I would just tell you about my experiences, if anyone commented on my body hair, if I had been tempted to shave, stuff like that, and then there was lockdown and quarantine, and I've been in my room like half the year. So that didn't work out. Instead, I'm going to give you guys a summary of my experiences this year. Here we go. Let's do the good stuff first. So number one was seeing my small amount of influence on other people, girls telling me that they were considering not shaving. I don't think anyone actually stopped shaving because of me this year. Maybe you will. I'm talking to you. Again, I'm not against shaving. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but I think you really have to look at who you do it for, why you do it. I also said that the most important thing to me was how boys reacted and if they would like me or not. I will say there were, I guess, 2 really specific times this year that I was like, maybe I should just cut off this challenge here because I'm hanging out with this boy who I like and I don't want him to think I'm gross. And I came really close, but I ended up not shaving. Go me. And they ended up not being as judgmental as I thought they would. Like I said, I didn't think they would say anything negative up front about it, but maybe just not talk to me, not like me, not be attracted to me afterwards, and that wasn't the case. So that was cool. Now for the bad stuff. I'm gonna save the worst for last because it's a fun one. Hearing my friends say, I need to shave, or oh, it's been so long since the last time I shaved, I'm so disgusting. Obviously this is something, not everyone thinks that you shouldn't have to shave or that it's okay not to, but it was frustrating to hear like them kind of tear down an aspect of my choices just randomly, flippantly, you know? And also discouraging just to hear them talk about their own bodies like that, right? Ooh, another one I don't like is I would totally stop shaving, but it's so itchy. If this is your argument and you're serious, guys, let me let you in on a little secret. Have you ever had bangs or gotten your nose pierced? I've had both. When you get bangs at first, your forehead is really itchy. When you get your nose pierced, it feels like there's a giant like booger in your nose because there's metal inside of your nose touching the other side of your nose, right? And it's uncomfortable and you have to get used to it at first. I personally think that it is so much more comfortable than to cut yourself in the shower, have razor burn all the time, have prickly legs. This one's my least favorite. My boyfriend is in town. I think this really points to the real reason that most women shave, and obviously I'm not trying to shame women for that. Like, we've been taught to be ashamed of our bodies, right? This one, it looks so good on you. You rock it, Lane, but I could never pull it off. This natural thing on every single person's body, it shouldn't be connected to our attractiveness. Like, we should not have to shave to be attractive. The idea that I'm doing this because I think it's more attractive or I'm trying to like be cool or different, no. This is a feminist choice. This is a choice of a Christian woman. That's why I stopped doing it, not because I think thought it would make me prettier or cooler. Okay, and now for the worst one. This happened to me at one point this year. I was wearing a tank top and I was moving boxes with some people, and I was also like doing a little TikTok dance. I mean, it was someone I knew and stuff, but this person was like, Lane, your armpits are just grossing me out right now. How do you even respond to that? I didn't know what to say, so I was like, and they were like, I mean, isn't that uncomfortable for you? Doesn't that feel really yucky? And I was like, no, I wouldn't do this if it was uncomfortable for me. And then they kind of took me on this roller coaster of, oh, well, it's really gross, but no, it's not, but it's okay, but... And then I think they ended up like, I could never do it, but I'm glad you're confident. Telling someone there's something wrong with your body, but I'm glad you can do it is just, that's not okay, guys. We're not gonna do that anymore, okay? However, throughout the good and the bad this year, I have felt autonomy over my body, control over my choices, and I think it's just really cool to walk out the door / sit in my bed every day with this choice that reflects my values that I've made for myself and not for other people, right? I think that's cool. So I did have a bunch of advice and lessons learned and stuff like that to share with you guys, but I don't want this video to be as long as it was the first time. Basically, what I want you to get out of this video, or the advice that I want to give to you from this year, stop apologizing for your body, especially your natural body. I realized once my hair grew back that I could either explain it, oh, I'm doing this video, oh, I forgot to shave, oh, I'm sorry there's hair on my legs. I could do that every time, or I could just live my life. That was kind of the point of the whole challenge, so I decided to go with that. And the more I stopped apologizing for the choices I was making, the more I stopped apologizing for other things that people don't like about my body. I get a lot, like, I think too many jokes about the size of my boobs, or like just negative comments, like straight out. Like, I know they're small, I think they're good, and I think small boobs are fine, and that's honestly something I actually like about myself. Like, there's tons of other stuff that are actual insecurities you could pick at. Anyways, I stopped apologizing for that. I stopped apologizing for maybe not being curvy enough, or for not wearing makeup. Like today, oh, the thing just fell out of my ring. Anyway, I'm telling you guys this, and I'm like, stop apologizing for your body. This is me saying that this is a process and I'm not perfect. I literally almost today in the intro was like, sorry I didn't wear makeup today, guys. My eyes are really irritated. What the heck, Lane? That's literally the point of this video. But, you know, we're past it, and I acknowledged it, and I'm gonna do better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you got something out of it, and that you will question why you do the things you do. Don't unsubscribe for me. I'm only making one video about this. Thank you also, this is my last video of 2020. Thank you so much for all your support this year. Thank you for helping me reach my subscriber goal. Thank you for all the views and for being consistent and being here and watching my videos and stuff. It really does mean a lot, and I appreciate all of your support. It's really cool. Not to be too cheesy, I'm so excited for what I have planned in 2021. I don't want to say big changes, but there are changes coming, and I'm excited about it. Anyway, I love you guys. Love each other. Love yourselves, okay? And I'll see you next year.